Welcome to Hidden Hilltop Homestead, or welcome back if you've been here before. Guys, it has been a minute since I have had time to sit down, film a video, edit a video. I have been busy on my farm, doing things in the garden, doing stuff with all of our goats and our chickens, and I finally have time to sit down and make some videos. So, took a much needed, much appreciated break, but now I'm back, so let's get into making some quilts. Although I haven't been making videos, I've still been quilting, working on stuff here or there. And right now I have 7 quilts in progress. I do not have any special orders at the moment. I'm not working on special orders. I'm actually not taking any new special orders because I am backlogged with stuff that I want to make. So right now I'm working on 4 different Christmas quilts that I started in November of last year and just never got to. Right now I'm working on one of those. And then I also have a St. Patty's Day quilt that didn't get finished in time. So what I'm going to do is convert some of the squares to a 4-H print, and I'm going to create a 4-H blanket. It's got like green stuff, obviously, but it has clovers and some other things that I think would jive well with some 4-H fabric that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and try to turn that into something 4-H-y. And with fairs and camp and stuff coming up, I feel like that would be a good time for it. I also have a flannel quilt, so this one's going to be all flannel, three layers of flannel essentially. And I originally was going to make a tutorial with that, and then I decided not to after it got announced that Joann's was closing because I felt like the flannel print selection was going to dwindle. So then I ended up deleting some of the stuff that I filmed. It was just like picking out and cutting the fabric and like some intro footage. But then I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and make the tutorial. So I had to remake some of the other stuff. And, but anyways, thankfully I filmed myself working on the flannel when I was sewing and doing things. So I'll be able to use some of that footage. I just had to like remake the beginning of it. No big deal. So that one's going to be a tutorial. I think that's going to be very awesome. And flannel, like all flannel quilt would be budget friendly because flannel is sometimes cheaper than the regular quilting cotton. So we'll see. But then I also have, let's see, that is 4, 5, 6. Number 7 is a chicken quilt. I actually started that to try to get that done like this month. But I don't know if I'll get it done by the end of May or not because I have other quilts that are further along and I kind of just wanted to wrap them up. But anyways, I'm going to work on this Christmas quilt and get all of these squares quilted, and then we'll see what else we get into.
Okay, we could do cornflower. Have a light blue, maybe.
So I'm about halfway done with this quilt as far as quilting the X's in it. This is a farm themed one. It's got different farm animals, pigs, geese, horses, chickens, and then some outdoorsy stuff, mushrooms, cardinals, things like that. So I'm going to probably take a pause on this and work on something else. So this is the all flannel quilt. Right now I just have all the pieces cut and sandwiched and pinned, so it's going to be ready to start sewing. But I also want to make sure that I'm filming what I'm doing from here on out because I decided again that I'm going to actually make this a tutorial, so I'll have to fiddle around with that, but that's okay. This will go by really quick. And then this is the 4-H quilt, so it's currently a St. Patty's Day, but I'm going to interchange some of the fabric and try to blend it all together to make it look right. And then I feel like this is probably going to sell pretty soon. So those two are my priority. Then down here on the bottom, I have my blue Christmas. It's just all sandwiched. I haven't quilted yet. So let's take a quick tour of the craft closet. I have things everywhere. This is fabric I need to put away. I have Christmas squares cut out. This is just like a vintage Christmas theme, and that's all I have done on that one. This is a Grinch quilt, which I have pieced, so I need to quilt this, and then I will be able to start assembly. And then back in here is a chicken quilt, same thing. It's pieced, it just needs quilted and obviously put together. So that's our 3 here, and then the 4 on the cart for a total of 7. And I want to get all of these done before I start anything else because I just feel overwhelmed because the stuff's building up. And then I also have been organizing everything. So all of my extra sewing machine and embroidery parts. I have a bag of batting. I think this is either 3 or 4 yards worth from Hobby Lobby that I need to cut. What I have been doing is pre-cutting my batting squares and stacking them up here. I did have a huge stack, and then I started making that chicken quilt and that ate them all up. So I want to get back to doing that to where I have like stock. And then I have tie-dye and a fall quilt down here. Those are going to be for sale too. So basically what I'm going to do is finish all 7 quilts, post it in one big album, and then also share that fall quilt and the tie-dye quilt. I also need to stop buying fabric. I'm kind of going on a pause. My backing fabric is overflowing, as you can see, and I got this orange from Joann's because it was super cheap, but I just kind of want to put some stuff away, and I want to work out of my stash because I have so much fabric. I mean, just that alone. Where am I going to put it?
Although I already have one about my either way, I'm gonna start by making some of these chairs totally helpful in reaching that goal. I'm hoping that next month I can.
All right, I have all of the farm squares quilted. It looks gorgeous. I have 14 different designs for this quilt. So now I'm gonna lay out my design and number my rows.
Have to show for today. Polished, no longer sitting in my stash. So there you go. That's one. This whole thing, it's like a fresh one. So this is gonna make a lot of scrunchies. But yeah, we'll see.
It's looking good. I love this design. So cute. This is going to be adorable, and I feel like this is definitely going to sell. It might even sell like before Christmas. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and mark all my rows and get everything stacked and ready so that I can get it assembled. All my rows are marked. This is ready to be put together, but I think I'm going to pause on that and work on the flannel quilt, but she's ready to go. And then, of course, down here we have the St. Patty's 4-H and the flannel. All right, I'm going to get all of these flannel squares separated into colors because it's just easier when I'm sewing to have everything in coordinating color be together so that I'm not changing thread as much. And I'm going to start quilting these guys. So these are all of the finished squares. I only have 12 different designs for this quilt, but I'm also working on filming a tutorial while I'm filming this as well, just trying to keep everything straight. So I'm going to get all of these laid out in the design. This one's a little bit trickier when there's only 12 different designs. I kind of have to watch that I don't put two of the same designs too close. So I'm going to lay these out and we'll see how it looks. Here she is, and she is gorgeous. Beautiful. We are back at the project cart, so we have this quilt ready to assemble, and then we have the flannel one we just did ready to assemble. This needs some alterations, and then I can start quilting it, and then the blue Christmas at the bottom can be quilted. So I decided to go ahead and do the farm Christmas quilt. I'm gonna just go ahead and start assembling the rows and putting everything together, mainly because I am out of bobbins for working on anything else. I have that one and I don't really like it that much. So I'm not really worried about color coordinating. Like I don't have to match the back or anything with sewing the blocks together because the fringe hides the thread color. So I'm just going to go ahead and use up some of these bobbins that I don't need for back colors. I have a gray and then like an off-white. So we're going to use up all of this and empty out a bobbin, and then I can use that to work on something else. Just finished row 1, and I also finished row 2. So now I'm going to take row 2 and attach it to row 1. One and 2 are sewn together, fringe is cut. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. All right, we have 1 through 3 and then 4 through 6. So I'm gonna get this attached here and then we'll be halfway done with our quilt. All right, we are all sewed together, row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the other half done, and then I'll meet you back here to sew the 2 halves together. All right, we have the bottom half done here, and then the top half is over here on my cart. So I'm going to sew these 2 together, and then we'll just have to do the finishing stitch all the way around, and we'll be done. Now the only thing I have left to do is the 1/2 inch stitch all the way around the outside, so that finishes off the edge, and then we also trim it after we sew it, and then that gives it a fringe all the way around, and that matches the fringe throughout the quilt. I'm just finishing up the last of the fringe, leaving a nice little square tab. That's how I leave all of my corners. But we are finished with the trim, so the quilt is essentially done. Now I'm just going to take this and throw it in my washing machine. I use a little bit of detergent and a couple color catcher sheets, and then I'll put it in the dryer, and I will see you guys after I get it out of the dryer. And here she is, all finished. I think it turned out wonderfully. The brown coming through to the front is absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful farm print. I know it's Christmas. I know we're at the end of May, but it still works. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.